I can see through the stars inside you.
I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? If you caught a clip of that song and it doesn't get flagged by YouTube, that was a song called The Cerise by the band called Ghost.
I was singing over it. It shouldn't get flagged.
They are pretty awesome. Yeah, most of the time, like, muddled music in the background doesn't normally get flagged unless you're blatantly using it. But,
Right.
What's up, people? It's the Joker and the Smoker, episode number 27. What's up, Brandon?
Oh, same shit, different day. What are you doing? Actually,
right,
I got a bunch of weird stories.
A bunch of weird stories, yeah. So,
but we'll get to them.
Right? Well, we shall indeed. Let me.
That's a teaser.
Hey, everybody. See, teasing is like a weird thing. It's like teasing is fun, but sometimes it's the worst thing in the world, and that's what makes you a bully.
Yeah, if you tease the wrong way.
Right, yeah.
But I'm going to give them what they want sooner or later. I'm not just going to, like, steal their shit and be like, haha, you can't get it, but then not give it back. I'm not teasing them.
Right.
I'm just going to bring it to them later.
Have you ever played pranks on anybody?
Okay, let me rephrase this. Let me rephrase what I'm saying, and I'll come back to it.
Gotcha.
Motherfuckers, that was some foreshadowing. Bam.
Movie terms.
What you got? Have I ever played pranks on somebody? Yes, I used to.
Like mean ones.
As you know.
Not pranky ones, mean ones.
I mean, I guess one would be mean. Like, I made some people I told some people that putting filling a jug, like a Tupperware jug.
Okay.
Like a big one, full of water.
Yeah.
And then putting salt in it, and then rubbing it on metal in the ceiling where the air duct was.
Yeah.
Because we were in the wood shop at school, would make it like magically stick.
Oh
so I had them like put a stick up to it, and I like shook it around.
Now, were you just making this up as you went?
No, I seen it. So it's like. I guess
does work,
but no, it does not work.
Okay.
So I was like rubbing around, and I was like, "Oh, perfect placement." And I was like, "Hold it there for a second." And then I got down off the ladder, and I was like, "All right,
I've seen that before. Now that you say that,
gravity fucking works, you dummy. Good luck trying to not get wet."
Then did it come to the ground crashing?
Yeah, and they got wet, and that was the goal.
There you go. And
I got kicked off the show.
And that makes me think of the Ice Bucket Water Challenge, RIP. Remember, this world, we're crazy times we live in, man.
Dude, that was a good ambition, but it got fucked up. Like, people just started being like, I'll dump some water on my head.
There were like so many compilation videos of failed ice bucket challenges. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
And that's also nice. I like watching failed videos.
So before we get too far into the episode, I wrote down a few things we're going to talk about in the episode to give you guys a little preview. I thought that's a good idea. I forgot to pitch it to you before the episode.
Damn it.
But I have some stuff written down. I want to talk a little bit about the 50th anniversary of the moon landing over the past week, of man landing on Mars.
You mean the greatest fictional movie ever made?
Exactly. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's whether you believe it or not, it's a 50-year anniversary, and it's a reason to celebrate for nothing.
Could we claim that my 26th birthday is a celebration of my mother's love for me? Because that's also fake. I'm just wondering. All right, next.
So we got the moon landing 50th anniversary. I'm going to ask the listeners and Brandon if he believes in toxic masculinity and what it is and what the fuck, if it is real, what it is. And then the recent music and movies we've seen, maybe. I'm going to tell you guys about the band that we played during the intro and my fascination with them. And also, Brandon mentioned something about some weird, the Cubans have got some bass knocking in the trunk, and by trunk I mean private military operations, because they're changing people's sound waves.
Back of vans, bro.
Right, yeah. So Cuba is changing people's mind with sound waves, and also the contrasting topic of 5G and how it was controversial for a while. What do you got to talk about this episode, man?
Brother, I got some rapid questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take like 3 minutes, but I got them for you.
I dig it.
And I need you to answer. Bam, 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 bam,
right
bam.
off the top of the head, yeah.
All right, brother. I got people living life right.
Okay, that's what I like to hear, for real.
I got to talk about some serial killing shit, because I've been watching that lately.
Might as well.
It's been in my head. And then I got to talk about an opossum.
Opossum. Dumbest word ever.
An opossum. People call it a possum, but motherfucker, I pronounce shit that's spelled.
Exactly.
And motherfucker, it starts with an O.
We commit, guys. We're pronouncing shit the way it's spelled.
How do you Okay, I'm gonna spell a word for you. You
Okay.
pronounce it.
Gotcha.
OWN.
Own.
No, motherfucker, it's own.
Own. What about CLIMB?
CLIMP.
B.
B. Clib.
Climb. But it's clib, right? Because it's CLIMB. Climb?
Oh, you put an M in there.
Yeah, did I miss an M?
I don't know.
I won a spelling bee once.
I did not.
All right, what else you got?
And other than that, I need to talk to you about a true disaster that
man.
we have. Like, it's true discrimination that happened.
Okay.
And we don't talk about it enough. And I think
Gotcha.
we need to finally
I'm listening.
get into it. So
All
that's
right.
what I got for you.
That sounds like an action-packed episode, bro. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get through all of it. Real quick, I know that camera is charged, but I'm going to do a test run of my other cell phone sitting on the desk, so I'm going to get a second camera angle for us.
Oh, shit.
So let's get into your first topic, man. Brief us on it.
The first topic, it was rapid questions, but you got to be next to your mic for that. So I'm going to go to the next question or next topic, and it's going to be about people living life right. Okay. And I want to talk about a guy who I know who's living life right.
All the way right?
Oh, man, he is a genius. So he has sold 3 in-ground pool kits. Okay. 3 of them. And he got all his customers to pay him full up front before any work was done, before anything was ordered, before anything was done. And this motherfucker took off to Florida. He's just gone. He ain't answering no phones. He ain't doing nothing. And I respect him for it.
That's insane, though.
It's a little insane, but it's one of them things like, motherfucker, you only live once. I think somebody said that in a song one time.
All right. Dude, I think my cell phone camera might be better than our actual camera.
Shit.
We'll find out. But, so, dude ducked out of town after selling some pools with the money in hand? Like, he didn't get paid cash, did he?
Motherfucker got paid $325,000 in cash.
Yeah, if you got money like that, you got them bills, bro. Mattresses stuff.
Might as well leave.
Man, where'd he go though? Where'd you say?
Florida, I think, but no, I don't know
why there. Did he have family or something?
Well, I don't know. But I don't know why he's telling people where he went.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a good idea.
You gotta do a little bit better than that.
No shit.
Yeah. So, anything else to that? Or rapid question time?
I mean, would you ever duck out on something like that?
Not an in-ground pool worth $325,000. Maybe like a noodle from the pool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you owe me a noodle. Like,
yeah.
That's $2.38.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'll be selling noodles wholesale, bro. I'll just be copping that shit.
I hear you.
I sell noodles by the hundred, bro.
So, well, what about a kid?
I just go to public pools all day, and I'm like, noodles, get your noodles here, 50 cents for 2, 75 for 3.
What about kids though? Would you walk out on a kid?
I don't show kids my noodle, bro.
No, I'm just talking about walking out on a kid. Like, he's living life right. He just walked out. He got paid $325,000.
Right.
You got to think about dudes.
Maybe that was his move, so he doesn't have to work the rest of his life, and him and his kid are set up now.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey man,
like, would you do that with a kid? Like, if you had a kid, like, would you be like, hey, I got laid?
I mean, if all my bridges are burnt here already,
just leave.
You know, like when you reach the pits of despair, I mean, what else is left to do?
But he's in a better situation because he got
$325,000 now. Yeah, that's why people I think run away from their problems, thinking that there's a solution somewhere else. And it's like, well, no matter what wrong you did here, it will follow you there.
Well, $325,000.
Because your conscience doesn't ever.
Well, if you're smart, $325,000 will buy you a small home.
We already established he told people where he's going, so he's not smart.
Yeah, he's an idiot. But then you'd be set up on bills for a while.
Yeah, I don't know about
you could get a random job somewhere.
That's true.
In Florida, there's so many side jobs, construction sites.
It's a crazy land down there, yeah.
It's good all
You can be an alligator wrestler?
It's good all year long. You don't have to fucking fill out an application to work on a construction site.
That's true.
So you never have to have papers in.
You're just living that
big life. How they gonna find you, brother? You buy a house in cash?
Yeah, who is someone, if it's not the official authorities of the law that are going to follow him down there and track it down, who really is going to.
Right.
That's what's crazy about getaway, like getaway crimes, man. It's like crimes are back to words. Like the word crime means like some wrong was done, you know? Like
I know.
some shit got done, bro.
Well, he definitely fucked up. I mean, he stole $325,000.
So that's grand theft, right?
Well, yeah, it's over $1,000.
I think that's right, yeah, because that's like I don't know what petty theft is or whatever.
Well, I think anything
shoplifting.
I think anything under $1,000 is not a felony.
Okay.
So I don't know the grand theft. I don't know what puts you in grand theft and what doesn't. But I think anything under 1,000 is not a felony, and anything over 1,000 is a felony. So people,
Okay.
steal your TVs on sale, brother.
Right. What's your highest?
Actually, if you steal something, they actually go off resale value, and it's not going to be the sale value.
Not at all. Yeah.
So don't do what I just told you.
I had something to ask you, and it left my mind like a flight out of town.
My buddy lives in Florida, and he says when he's in Walmart, he sees them do it all the time.
Oh, just lift shit.
Yeah. Well, one, it's the Walmart that sells the most alcohol and potato chips in the whole entire world.
That's kind of cool.
And then it is also, I guess, the Walmart that gets stolen from the most, because you got drunk people walking in trying to buy alcohol.
Right, yeah, but I wonder
chips.
if those sales are like causal or whatever you would call it. Like,
Yeah,
are they
because
selling
it's
more
on-
chips because they're selling more beer, or
I don't know,
are
but
the beer and
it's
the
on the
chips?
strip. So whenever you want beer, you're going to that Walmart. If you need anything on vacation, like it is
Right.
Panama City. It's
Prime
on the
City,
strip.
yeah. Have you ever been to Florida?
Yeah.
I've not.
I drove down there one night and then drove back.
Nice. I've
Not
done.
like I stayed there a couple days.
Right, just there and back.
I called the dude that day. I had
Yeah.
a buddy that lived down there. He moved down there. I said, "Hey, you got room and board for 2?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, I'll be there in 18 hours."
Right.
And I just fucking started driving.
Okay.
And then he had a kid. His brother had a kid like 5 days later. And the day, like, they were like, "Hey, we're getting ready to have a kid."
Okay.
I was like, I don't need to be around for that. Like, he's going to be over at his parents. Like,
That's
I don't
true.
need to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
around.
So you got all the way down there. Yeah.
I just fucking turned around and drove back. It was a nice 5-day vacation.
Right. Yeah. Like plus, if you don't mind driving, it's like whether it's scenic or not, it's like.
It was all right.
Yeah. Have a kid, bro. I'll just go back home.
Yeah, basically. It was like, I had fun. I got shit to do.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. So how about these NASA socks I got on, bro? Let me show
NASA.
Can you guys see my
That's for
sockies?
the 50th anniversary, ain't it, brother?
All right. There's two things that have come back in fashion unexpectedly. One is the NASA logo being like printed on things, as my socks would be a good example of, and the other is this clothing brand Champion. Have you seen people wearing
Champion?
like, dude, they popped out of nowhere like a hidden gem.
I would not even wear that shit back in the day.
I
Like,
know,
if
and
my parents bought that when I was in like grade school,
like, yeah,
which was we'll say what 15 years ago.
yeah,
I'd be like, I'm not wearing that.
yeah. Champion made the shit that was ugly that no one wanted to wear, and it's like super hipster that it's come back. But if you get a chance, just YouTube the comeback of Champion clothing. And it's a pretty cool story of how they actually rose. But anyways, I digress. So the moon landing, bro. Do you believe we landed on the moon or not?
Dude, I didn't look enough into it, but if it was my guess, I mean, I don't know nothing about science, but if you do something once, you keep doing it. It gets easier to do.
Okay.
But we ain't never been back.
As in, but we have done countless orbital missions.
Yeah, orbital, but we ain't been outside the fucking orbit. We ain't been outside of our orbit.
That's true. And
they say it's impossible.
But no one else has either.
Yeah, because it's impossible. So why would we not fake the one time we went?
So I guess what you're insinuating is that we faked it and so did everyone else.
Who else went? Russia.
Don't tell me you're a flat earther, bro.
No. Who else? Who else went? Russia.
Russia went. I think China. I don't know if China landed anyone there.
They can all fake it. I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't you fake it at that point? Why wouldn't you want to be on the same level at that point?
I wonder if in those cultures, in those countries, there is as much as a question to the idea of whether it happened or not.
Or what if it was, dude, conspiracy theory.
I know.
What if it was a global, like, truth? Like for
global,
Russia, USA, and China.
Like, let's all make the world think that,
Yeah, let's all make the world think that we went outer space to the moon. Just be like, hey, you better listen to us, motherfuckers. We'll blow you the fuck up.
There's definitely some like behind the scenes allied agreements going on between the biggest countries in the world. Because I just heard an NPR article that was talking about like Russia has access to like phone lines and stuff over here, and we have access to like electrical grids in China, and China has access to stuff here. Like, it's a really weird interconnected thing. But
I do the same thing at work. Like, we get defective shit or like shit that we can't sell. Say we get like a busted bag of salt. We're not supposed to sell that. We're just supposed to take it out of stock, count it as a loss,
claim it. Yeah,
part of business, right? We lost it.
Gotcha.
Motherfucker, we throw that up on a fucking skid right at the front door. $1 cash, motherfuckers. Take it.
That's true, yeah.
So I can understand why the government does that. Why wouldn't they? They're just playing on a bigger fucking ball field, brother.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's still people.
It all comes down to money, yeah, for real.
It's still just people. They're trying to get what they want.
People, man. I can't stand them.
I know we should all fuck robots.
But no, yeah. The moon landing, dude. I think it's really interesting that people don't believe that we went. But
Wait, you think we went?
I know that we went because I believe
you were there.
I believe that. Yeah, I was there. I went there last night. I got stupid high. I meant low. I really went to the moon though, bro.
I've been that high.
Like, like, you know, pathological liars. Like, that's something a pathological liar would try to make you believe.
Right. Like, what's
like,
coming to lie? But no, dude. Last night. I was at the moon.
Right.
You're not listening. I saw you at Walmart, bro. No, I was at the moon.
Yeah, but I do believe the firsthand accounts that the people who have been there, like Neil Armstrong and John Glenn,
Buzz Aldrin. That's my dude though, because he once got asked. One dude asked him, like, did you really go to the moon? And
didn't he punch him in the face?
He punched him in the face. He said, motherfucker.
What a gangster, bro.
So I'll give him that.
Yeah, so, I also watched, I talked about it. I did the Amazon thing, that One Strange Rock DVD that I talked about.
Yeah.
That whole series is a compilation of interviews with people who have spent the most time outside of our world. So, like, you know, one dude has, like, you know, over 200-300 hours in space on the space station and stuff like that. So, like,
I wonder how his personality skills are.
It's like listening to them talk about their experiences is really satisfying, because the way you can tell, just like an artist or anybody who likes their job, you can tell they're interested in it and passionate about it. And it's like, why would this person, like, and granted, they're not talking about the moon landing, they're just talking about working out in space.
Yeah.
But when I hear these people talk about it, it leaves no doubt in my mind that there are men and women brave enough to go. There are men and women smart enough to make the machines capable of going. And if you think it's not possible and it hasn't happened, I won't say like you're ignorant or stupid, but I think you should really like challenge your understanding of aerospace engineering.
No, I didn't say we didn't go to space.
Oh yeah, and I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about generally. I think people
travel is fucking legit.
People who generally deny it, I think, have a very, very fundamentally absent understanding of aerospace engineering. Because I still get on a plane and I'm like, how is this bitch in the air? I'm like, you know, when it takes off and it's like, you know, yeah, sure, you can sit down in a class and like learn about airflow and like wind pressure and all that shit and how it flies. But still, when you're on it, you're like, how is this happening? You know? And I can't imagine being on a spaceship like that. Just like fucking blasting out of that bitch, bro.
Science,
Sometimes
bro. They blow up.
The Challenger, bro, are IP pieces.
All of them.
Right. So that's the moon landing segment. What you got? Well, let's do the rapid fire, bro. I like the segment style thing.
If you had 300 bricks on a plane and you lost one, how many would you have?
299.
Damn it. What are the 3 steps to put an elephant in a refrigerator?
Step 1, get the refrigerator. Step 2, get the elephant. Step 3, boom, boom.
No, open the door, put the elephant in, and close the door. What's the 4 steps to putting a giraffe in a refrigerator?
Grab a giraffe, put him in. Oh, open the fridge, take the elephant out, grab the giraffe, put the giraffe in.
Oh, you're learning.
Hey.
All right, the Lion King has a party. And all his animal friends, everybody in the animal universe is invited.
Okay.
Someone doesn't show up. Who is it?
The woolly mammoths, because they're extinct.
No, the giraffe, because he's in the fridge, brother. All right. Forget that. Okay, so Alice is swimming across an alligator-infested river. Okay. But she makes it across. How?
She is an alligator.
No, like alligators at the Lion King's party, bro. Aren't you listening? But Alice gets to the other shore, but she still dies.
Okay.
How?
She didn't know she swam to the party.
No, dude, the brick hit her in the head.
Oh! I enjoyed that, bro. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Because, like, there are some jokes like that, like, you can tell them sequentially, and it's like they're loosely related, but the person you're asking doesn't have the intellectual ability to call back the question that just got asked. They're so focused on the answer.
It's so ridiculous.
That was good, dude. Nice.
Brother.
That's very nice. Yeah.
My brother called me. He just started rattling his off, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Exactly.
He didn't say, "Hey, this is rapid fire question." He just started. Hey, so you have 300 bricks on a plane, and when you lose one, how many do you have?
And that's why, like, when you started asking them, I was like, am I supposed, like, should I answer these comedically or seriously?
No.
Then I thought they were riddles, and I'm like, okay, now I want to try. I want to be smart.
It's so stupid. I love them though. I love them though. I'm gonna have to find another one. Cause I'm sure my brother didn't figure that out. Cause he's
the only other one I've heard other than that one is one I heard on a podcast from Rooster Teeth, and I'll have to look that one up.
Oh yeah.
It's similar. I feel like it had something to do with a plane as well, but
you have to throw that out. One at me next time.
That really is like that's the epitome of joke writing, right?
Yeah, just call them back. It's called callback.
Just friggin' kings of it, bro.
The callback.
The equivalent of the Family Guy cutaway.
Exactly.
It's like, all those related. Like,
they figured out how to do it right.
Man, they really did.
Call out to them.
And they even make jokes about them making callbacks when they don't. Or like when they're bad ones, or like when sometimes they'll just say there's supposed to be a cutaway here, and they'll just explain it in dialogue. But anyways, let's see here. What you been listening to any music or movies lately? Listening to music or seeing any good movies lately? Because The Lion King's blowing up the box office, bro.
I'm trying to think of good movies I've seen lately. I ain't watched a movie in a minute. So I'm trying to think of good music.
I don't know any movies that are a minute long, bro.
Dude, all the fucking right, exactly. All the porn. All the music I've been
Those don't count as movies, yeah.
all the music I've been listening to.
I watched like
lately
5 movies last night.
Like old vinyls.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
We still gotta go to Used Kids, man. That record store downtown. It's a record store downtown. Very Used arbitrary Kids? Name. But isn't that a terrible name for a record store?
Yeah, what I'm thinking like
it's supposed to be hipster
toys,
yeah, like
clothes.
I'm thinking straight up orphanage.
Dude, we could probably
there aren't orphanages anymore, right?
I don't know, but we could, if there are, we could probably get a mascot. I think you get it.
So yeah, are you saying that the mascot for Used Kids record store should be a used kid orphan?
Yeah. Well, no.
Creative thinking.
The mascot for our podcast should be orphan.
An orphan. Okay. Yeah.
And we get like a stipend check.
We could. I mean, yeah. Essentially, it's almost like a dog, right? You can just adopt a kid and like take him out when we need him, and like, well,
chain it up and.
I'm not saying like get a cage, but basically get a cage.
I mean, it's not gonna have a better life anywhere else.
I mean, what's the difference in the orphanage? Yeah, for real.
Once it turns 8, as long as you let it go when it's 18, it'll be all right.
Oh man, we're on one today. But I saw Toy Story 4 in Texas.
Oh shit, how was that?
It was pretty good. I don't know how much I talked about it, but like it was a good. If there's a Toy Story 5,
okay, so never mind. You answered my question already.
Yeah, if there is, I don't know what it's going to be about because they pretty much, with a lot of certainty, closed out Woody's storyline.
Okay, so I was actually going to ask if they all died. I was like, can they just die already? Can we not like
instead of
can you not bring them like
in the Toy Story universe, instead of dying, they just get given away and then go to the kids.
Exactly.
And Toy Story 4 has some cool stuff where some of the characters were given away in previous movies and then they reunite. That's kind of cool.
I'm not okay with that because you can still come back to that.
Like, exactly, that's what I'm saying. And that's kind of how it ended. Is like one of them decided to not go because like it's really good, man. It's really good. I can't believe Tom Hanks and freaking Tim Allen are still voicing that shit.
Tom Hanks, it's gonna be a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, he's playing Mr. Rogers in the biopic.
Oh, I didn't know that. I think I'd heard that, but Mr. Rogers was the bomb, bro.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers was better than Tom Hanks.
If you watch Mr. Rogers and didn't like him or are a shitty person today, you're the worst person
of all time.
But besides that, I haven't been on any new music kicks lately, bro. Like music is really hard for me to get into.
We need
music.
to get some sent to us.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
I wonder if we have any musicians listening. Or if not, like musicians making your own music, send us post on something or email us your guys' favorite music, and we'll feature one of your favorite songs on the intro or outro.
I might make
You gonna make a request? Oh, okay.
Not a request.
You gonna make a request? I said it again.
Like come to my window about the homo.
Oh yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed all your remixes, bro.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, like
I got another one for the extra.
It's like that's what I'm talking about, bro.
Awesome.
You got another topic?
Brother, I do. I meant to cross that one out. I meant to talk about serial killers, and I want to know if you have you ever thought about being a serial killer.
I think his name's Count.
I am pretty sure
Count Chocula, right? Does that count?
I love that motherfucking chocolate. But I'm a blueberry fan.
Gotta get them berries, bro.
Blueberry's better than fucking. It's blueberry. It's better than Count Chocula. It's just chocolate, bro.
Right. I was just saying like that. That's the only killer cereal I can think of. Frankenberry. Is it
Frankenberry? Yeah.
I think Captain Crunch is probably a murderer too. That weird ass.
He's
captain.
a pirate. He had to be.
Yeah, bro. He looted some motherfucking corpses for sure.
I believe that he looted.
And that Lucky Charms dude, bro. He's killing like everybody.
Oh, you seen the Leprechaun movies?
You already know, bro. I don't know that the honeybee from the Cheerios is all that.
Dude, people are allergic to bees. He's killing people.
Bro, man, this is like serial killing on another level.
And tigers, they fuck people up all the time. Frosted Flakes,
they're dead.
Exactly. All right, so we need to talk about the serial killers. Because,
who's your favorite one?
Who's my favorite serial killer of all time?
If you could go visit one in prison that was still alive, not really, just any of them, even if they're dead.
The killer whales that get like,
bro.
Because if you don't know anything,
just chill with them, like have a coffee.
No, if you don't know anything about killer whales, they go into like SeaWorld. Okay. Once they attack and like kill like a trainer,
okay,
they just get transported to a new fucking aquarium. Like, they're like the priest of the Catholic Church.
That's
like, hey, you get raped, we go over here. You get raped, you go over here.
It's like, well, I think we got an opening somewhere else, but
exactly.
Go ahead. You probably want to leave tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what they do with the killer whale. So I'd probably go hang out with the killer whale. Just 'cause I like to see the one that killed the most people. It'd be like, you did fucking right, dude.
Right.
You
really did it.
Right,
you did well.
Serial killing. You know.
You did it. You know. You didn't get caught. It was like it's clean crime. You know.
Right. Exactly.
It wasn't too gory.
And I think it was vengeance. Like he did it for the right reason.
That's
locked up in a cage.
It's. I can't say that if I wasn't that killer whale, I wouldn't have killed him. I probably would have. I would have. Yeah, more than that.
I would kill them all. But the real serial killers,
are
that's
the sugar companies? I don't know.
That's a good question. Real serial killers. What's my favorite one? Probably that clown motherfucker.
That's the movie It, right?
No. The
dude who really was like
the dude who would dress up as a clown, kill little boys. He would rape little kids.
I can't remember.
Boys.
I can't remember.
He dug holes underneath his basement and buried them underneath there, and that's how he got caught.
That's crazy.
Because of the smell.
Yeah. I don't know his name. I don't even know.
I watched a movie about him. It was insane. Like he'd be like, "Hey, I'm a clown, but I'm also a magician," and then he would.
They're always magicians too.
He would like do a magic trick where he'd make them put handcuffs behind their back and put them on, and then he'd be like, "I'm not a magician, you dummy." He just
Where are your parents, kid?
Well, he would just go get runaway boys.
Right.
In like the 60s and 70s.
Because if you're dressing like a clown and you're not performing at gigs, you're a psychopath.
The Outsiders.
That's a movie.
You know, people like run away. That like whole Pony Boy. Like he was real young to die, and he got shot because they were all out there doing their thing. They were all young.
Crazy world and the circus
world. They were running away,
yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're getting caught by a clown who's fucking fucking them in the butt. And shit happened. That's
the last thing you want a clown to do.
If you were a serial killer, would you kill?
Not even a trick.
Would you kill just to kill? Or would you kill just to be chased?
It makes me think.
Because I would, when I think about me being a serial killer, I would want to be chased.
Okay.
I would want to be like the Zodiac killer. Like
they never found him, right?
No, exactly. I would want to make a. I wouldn't find interest in killing people.
Okay.
I would find interest in getting away with killing people.
I think a lot of I don't know if I'd call serial killing a crime of passion. I'm sure it could certainly be considered one if it was like the likes of that. But some crime, I think, like shoplifting reaches those territories where it becomes about the thrill instead of the risk.
Chase.
Yeah. At some point, the dare or the risk becomes the drug. And kind of like gambling or drugs or whatever. So I think that is what happens to people who kill multiple times if they really have a taste for it. Because, like, I don't know if you've ever hunted before, but if you hunt, like, the biggest thing I've ever killed was probably a goose, maybe. I don't think I've killed a goose. Maybe a pheasant, the biggest bird I've probably killed. I never killed a deer. Never killed, like, any larger animals like elk or anything.
Right.
But when you shoot that thing out of the air and go and pick it up, and sometimes it's not all the way dead, if the dog brings it to you and it's flapping or whatever, like there's a certain part of life that's very brutal, and
there is.
It doesn't apologize for you can't apologize for what you've done because you did it purposely.
Well, I'm
so
okay.
that to me, that's the hunter and hunted kind of aspect of it. So to round it off, there's a movie called Mr. Brooks with Kevin Costner in it.
Oh my god, it's such a good movie.
That's what this makes me think of, because that was the first portrayal of somebody who had a like lustful obsession with killing, because they directed it really well. You could tell this dude like almost came in his pants when he blocked the people. Block.
No, I would be like sending.
But he was super careful.
I would do it just to be chased. Like I would be sending notes to the police department and shit.
That would be pretty fun, I think.
Like, hey, come find me.
Where you
so
at?
I would only kill to be like brought back up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only time I would kill.
If suddenly the news headlines reached 2 weeks later and you weren't you had died off the main front,
it's time to kill somebody again.
Time to murder.
There was something that said like this kid killed this like 10-year-old kid killed a 6-year-old kid, and he was like evidently a terrible kid.
Didn't they sentence him as an adult?
No. Well, they gave him 9 years to life. So yeah, you are correct. After 9 years, he got 2 years of probation. He was a red hair kid, and he had like these Coke bottle glasses, real thick motherfucking lenses and shit.
Yeah.
He was an ugly fucking kid.
Damn.
He's still not out, so I can say this without him killing me. But he killed a little kid who was going to fucking summer camp.
Okay.
He was walking to summer camp, and the dude was like, "Hey, there's a shortcut through here," and I think
everybody likes a shortcut.
We're gonna call him Daryl.
Okay.
Daryl, the red hair kid, he killed this little kid, right?
The 10-year-old killed the
10-year-old killed the 8-year-old, 6-year-old, whatever he was.
That's brutal.
Killed him. But then he took off his pants and stuck a stick up his butt. So to me,
that's mental illness.
That was not even mental illness. Like, you have to be taught those things. Like, that had to happen to him before, because you are not a 10-year-old thinking like, oh, a stick can go up a butt. Stuff goes up butts. Think, you know, I think that's nurture versus nature, bro.
I think that's a very viable argument. The only thing that I can even relate to that is I had an ex-girlfriend. Nothing like the story you told.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
She never told me the details of this scenario, but apparently she figured out extremely, extremely early, well before puberty, that her vagina was a hole that things could go in. So nobody showed her that, but her own human inclinations, because basically all I ever knew was that she got in trouble for basically, I think, masturbating like super young, like
okay. So she was so she was like pleasuring doing her own thing,
but there's no pleasure even at that point.
But agreed, but it doesn't hurt you compared to if you shove a stick up your ass.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, but the only way he learned is it happened to him. Something had to go up his butt, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, that's terrible. I didn't connect.
That's the only way I'm looking.
Sometimes
at it.
I can't connect the dots, guys. There's no numbers on the dots.
Well, my dots are fucking sporadic, bro.
Yeah, it's not a picture at all. It's just a scribble line diagram.
Exactly. Like, if you got a book that said Brandon's connected dots, none of them are numbered. Just guess.
Not at all. It's just scribble pages.
Just guess, motherfuckers.
But yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
He had to get. I don't think he should have been tried. Maybe his parents.
He maybe
had
an uncle he spent some weekends with or some shit.
You got a good point about that.
I think, but that's what terrifies me about individuals in the world who have no remorse for the power they have over innocent people.
Especially kids.
Dude, that's why.
That's like a dog that gets fucking bit by somebody.
That's really the only way I agree with. Like, don't get me wrong. If you kill somebody, I don't know. Depending on how you do it, why you do it, there's so many arguments to be had. Like, what is it called? Capital punishment? Is that where you sentence to death?
That's where you're sentenced.
I think that should absolutely be mandatory if you kill a juvenile. If you kill a child.
You kill a child or rape a child?
Either or. If you do it like...
I agree. But sometimes kids try to kill you and there's last offense.
There's a few stories of the killer kids.
But there's always exceptions.
Since we're talking about killing right now, this maybe reminded me of a headline I saw over the past week. There was a dude who was just recently convicted. He got let out of prison because he was deemed too old to be dangerous or too old to kill again. Literally got out of prison. This dude's like almost 80 years old, bro. Literally got out of prison within a week, committed the exact same murder he went to prison for.
How are you too old to commit a crime? It takes getting a gun.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what the article said, or like the comments or whatever. It's like, how can you be too old to be dangerous when there are weaponized death machines with the pull of a trigger, you know? Like that shit's crazy to me. Yeah, man. There's some shit like I don't know. I've reached a turning point in my life where I see the joy and life in everyone, and it's like when I think about death, not only does it like get real dark, but like I don't understand how someone could be so hurt that they want to take other like individuals' lives.
Yeah, no joke, man.
It's like I've never been so mad at somebody I wanted to kill them. I really never have.
Or just a mass shooting at that point. I would never do that.
And those
a
are,
school shooting, get the fuck out of here.
It's there's no. If there were new drugs that got invented, they would be. They could be the equivalent brain chemicals of psychopathic individuals of our history. So imagine if you could intravenously take a drug that made your brain feel the way that Columbine shooter did. You know, like if there could be research science into exploring dangerous territories of the brain, more people would understand how these psychopaths and killers and things feel. Like,
right?
If you have those involuntary thoughts and things like that, and it's not your fault, that's when my argument lapses. I don't have any, you know, I'm not afraid to say I don't know why people fucking do this shit.
Right.
But we talked about it before. There's terrible things in the world, and they'll always be there. You can't ever get rid of them because we're fucking humans, bro.
Yeah,
we're animals, and animals.
Like,
that's what's fucked up about animals too, because animals don't have to worry about all that shit. They just kill. They just instinctually feed.
Yeah, but they're trying to eat. Like the only animals that kill to kill that I can think of are cats.
Or no, like survival. Just unless they're herbivores.
No. What I'm saying is like, yeah, survival, but they have a reason to kill. But if you go get a cat or like a tiger, and say a tiger kills an alpaca,
right?
I don't think alpacas live where tigers live, but we're gonna say alpacas live where tigers live, and they kill an alpaca, right? And then they see another alpaca run by them, they will stop eating on that alpaca that they just killed to go kill that one. They have the natural instinct to go kill anything that's running from them.
And that could be the argument could be made for that, I guess. If it's a serial child murderer, then obviously the child is the target. But if you're an uncontrollable murderer, it doesn't matter who or what or when or where.
Right.
If you have the urge to kill, like a tiger,
like it's fucking tiger,
you know, that's the animalistic brutality of nature, man. It's crazy.
A fucking appetite for killing all tigers. We don't need those motherfuckers. What are they doing? They're killing shit. You seen that video where those two Indian dudes?
I like them though.
You seen that video where those two Indian dudes are riding a little moped, like this little like forest area, and they're just, and this tiger comes out of the fucking ditch and seriously gets like, I don't know, 3 feet away from getting the dude on the back who's videotaping the whole thing.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I have not seen that.
I don't need that in my life.
Yeah. Like,
you know, there used to be a tiger in the United States that's bigger than tigers are now.
I do. I think I have heard that before. I've mentioned it once before. I wish there were. The biggest dog is like a great mastiff, right? Or
Yeah.
I wish there were dogs the size of lions.
Why?
Like, could you imagine a pit bull the size of a fucking lion?
Yeah, it would fuck shit up.
That would be savage, bro. But it interests me that nature chose not like nature, and this is where the argument can be made whether man has an effect on nature or nature has ultimate power over man.
Right.
Because wolves were wolves, and we domesticated them.
Right.
We also domesticated cats.
Right.
Cats have some kind of brain barrier that made them have the ability to be domesticated, but not to the extent that which dogs were susceptible to. Right. So like there's no Chihuahua-sized cats that stay that way. No. We literally fucked up wolves in the last 300 years to get every breed of dog we have right now.
Well,
but when it comes to cats, they've been domesticated all over the world since Egyptian times, and we only have a certain, way more limited number of breeds and things like that. So to me, it comes down to these animals are savages in the world, and like I don't think you can domesticate tigers. I don't think you can domesticate wolves.
There's no
I
way.
think they can be used to human interaction.
There's no way, but I think like you said, there's difference in them. Like You can get a dog who eats a vegetarian diet, who eats nothing but nonsense. If you get a cat on a vegetarian diet, it goes blind. It dies.
It has nutrient deficiency.
Yeah. So they're raised different. Like, that's the reason I don't think you could have a Chihuahua-sized cat.
Because you see dogs eat grass all the time, too.
Yeah, but you can't have a Chihuahua-sized cat because what is that cat going to kill?
Yeah.
It's not going to be able to take down any prey other than mice. That's not sufficient. So they got to be big enough to go fuck shit up.
Right. I'm going to watch some documentaries tonight about cat domestication.
Cats are fucking creepy.
That was a good unexpected segment right there, guys.
Let's kill fucking cats.
Let's pit cats versus dogs.
And the only reason no dog got bigger and no cat got bigger than the average domesticated, because we're not going to domesticate that, because instantly that could take us over.
But we did for mastiffs and stuff, for protection, arguably. But cats don't, like, you never. I have seen an internet clip of this cat, like, this cat literally, like, goes ape shit on a dog that tried to attack this little toddler. So, like,
fake news.
I've only seen right? I've only seen like 2 actual evidential cases where cats have been protective of their owners, which restored my faith in cats. Yeah. You know?
I'm a cat fan.
I didn't think but I think maybe there's more dogs in the house.
I'm a cat fan, but that doesn't mean I gotta like them.
My girl has a lot of cats. My girl has 3 cats and 1 dog, and dude, they wake you up in the morning relentlessly, bro. Yeah. It drives me up a wall.
And they don't even want nothing. They don't even want nothing.
I'm less pissed at these cats than I have been at any other person in my life for waking me up.
Right. But they don't want none.
Exactly.
They're just like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, like, I know.
It's like majorly inconvenient because he'll always whip his tail right on my hand. Like, oh, man.
Dude,
I digress.
Dude. But I think that's just trying to see if you're alive, see if it can eat you or not.
Right, yeah. And he's just looking out the window, too. He just posts up on the front every morning. It's like, bro, this is your routine, dog. There's other windows in the house.
If this motherfucker doesn't move in the next 30 tail wags, I believe I could eat him.
Or I'm going to get up for the morning.
Exactly.
It's like,
he's like, okay, if he...
I'm trying to think here. We got a few more minutes. You want to talk about that Cuba thing, or you want to save it for another one?
We can save it for another one because that's a big one. But
research more.
We could talk about an opossum.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So I got some traps, and we were trapping.
Dude, there's skunks out in my yard, bro. At least 2 of them.
Trap them.
I need to get a trap. I'm glad you said that.
I trapped them with a live trap, and we got a possum. An opossum is a nuisance.
Kind of like a raccoon.
Yeah, it's a nuisance.
Yeah, people don't realize how much havoc they can wreak.
So I just told my buddy, I was like, listen, bud, one of our seasonal workers, younger guy, I was like, we're going to go kill this possum. I'm sorry. Circle life, brother. Circle life.
Right.
You know, like, but I don't want you to get close to the damn thing. And I want this to go out quick. So I'm going to give you a shovel, and you hit it in the head, and it's dead.
Damn, bro, that's brutal, man.
But it dies. I've done it before. It's instantly...
So you made your friend do it?
Well, a co-worker. He wanted to do it. It wasn't like he wanted to do it.
You might get PETA on us, bro.
That's okay. I'll fight against PETA. And then so I opened up a cage, and the motherfucker just ran out, and the dude just stood there, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Talking about some stage fright. See, that's what I'm talking about.
He's like, I didn't know what to do.
That shovel could have been a shotgun, and that possum could have been a bird, and he just wouldn't have shot the bird. You know, like, people have a problem killing living things. Because it's not a right thing to do.
They do, but he was the one who asked me, because I was going to take it off property
and sometimes
release it.
Sometimes we all think we're on one, and we're like, I'm going to kill a motherfucker today.
Yeah, I was going to take it off property and just release it. Like, I don't need you near here. I don't need you getting inside. I don't need you doing
exactly.
None of this.
I don't want to catch you again.
Exactly. So I was going to take it, and he's like, dude, I'll kill that. He's like, well, how are you going to kill it? Because I had a 38 out in the car.
Right.
I was showing it off.
Packing.
I was showing it off.
I ain't packing lunch.
Yeah, exactly. It's an antique. I was just showing it off my box.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that thing too.
So I got you. So I was like, well, how you gonna kill it? And I wasn't gonna pull it out because it's a gun. I can't shoot that in fucking city property.
Like, yeah,
so I hit it in the head with a shovel. Like, where's the shovel at? He's like, out in the shed. It's like,
he wouldn't run everything.
If you go get the shovel, I'll fucking undo the cage.
Wow.
And then next thing you know, I fucking undo the cage, and this motherfucking possum just runs the fuck out, and he just stands there with the shovel over his shoulder. I'm looking at him like,
what's up, bro?
He's like,
Mr. Q.
Bro, I didn't know what to do. He's like, well,
that's crazy.
You're the one that brought this to my attention, so I'm very upset with that guy at the moment.
That makes me wonder how many potential mass public shootings have been canceled last second.
I'm sure
because people are like, oh my god, I have a gun in my coat.
Right? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
I think there's some saving grace there in the world.
I was not upset at the dude that he didn't kill the possum. I was upset at the dude that he made me do this. Like, this is the whole reason.
Got my expectations up, yeah.
No, I didn't want to see the damn thing die. I was like, okay, this is gonna be dealt with.
Exactly,
I just said it because we're trying to catch.
You thought you weren't gonna have to deal with it anymore.
We're trying to catch groundhogs.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I don't want to
go. There's some fatties out.
Yeah.
Really.
I was like, I don't want to take the motherfucking possum off factory or off site out in the country, drop it off, and then come back, reset the trap. I was like, cool trick. Okay, if you're down
save me some gas, save me some time.
I don't have to do nothing. No, motherfucker just runs underneath the shed. It's like, all right, this motherfucker's gonna be back in the cage tomorrow night. Thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking idiot.
That's some shit, bro. Yeah, I gotta. We sell traps at my work, so I might have to. But yeah, like,
really?
I told my girl, like, she usually comes in the front door because my mom's like, don't let her in the garage. But no, right, so I told her to come in the garage though because I was not trying to get sprayed by a skunk. Have her do it, yeah. Because she got stung by a bee, bro, and her arm was like a fucking sausage, bro. She
looked like Mega Man.
Yeah, it was brutal, dude. I've never seen a bee sting swell up like this. I was like, whoa, and it just finally went down recently. Damn. But that's why I told her. I was like, well, just a skunk spray to add to your bee sting. You'll be
you'd be alright.
You just get them all.
Yeah, you'd be alright.
Just like vaccines, get them once and you're done.
I got fucking 3 skunks that live outside my apartment complex.
See, I think people try to keep skunks as pets too.
Yeah, they do, but you actually can go get them deglanded, and that's where you take the scent gland.
Why don't you just cut my nuts off?
Exactly, that's basically what they do to the thing. But I'm sitting there like, I don't want to get sprayed by the skunk. It stinks around here, and I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna go get a bow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open up my window, remove the screen, because they're only out at night.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm just gonna be quiet.
Right, yeah.
But then I'm like, if someone sees me doing this, I'm in so much shit.
Yeah, or if the arrow goes awry.
Yeah. No, they are seriously just like 25 feet in front of me.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And they don't do a damn thing. Like, if you can walk past them, and they'll just look at you.
My girlfriend, I first saw one traipsing through the yard in the morning when my girl brought me home one morning. And that's when I saw one. And the other night, I pulled out of the driveway and I saw 2 of them. And like just the way they walk, it's like it's like a Disney movie. It's kind of cute. You're like,
fucking, what's that thing that you can? It goes over a tipsy topsy.
Wibble wobble.
But it don't weeble wobble. But it don't fall down.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like one of those.
It is odd too. That like, dude, my brain goes so many different ways. Like that just made me think of like bipedal animals and like the way things walk. Like, penguins wobble. Chickens can't fly. Neither can peacocks, but they both can use their wings from ascended heights to get down to where they're going. And then you have animals like cows, and I forget what the term is, but when you have eyes on both sides of your head and you can see like almost 360.
A marsupial.
That's the thing with pouches, I think.
You are correct. That's a kangaroo.
that was the rapid question. But yeah, like, can you imagine seeing like another 45 degrees around your back of your shit?
I think that would be excellent.
Chameleons can move their eyes independently. A couple different animals can. Eyes are weird, but why? Tell me why goat pupils are rectangular, please.
Well, I never looked that up, so I think you're lying to me.
Dude, check it out. I swear, goats have rectangular pupils. I can't figure it out.
What are they doing with those rectangles? Maybe that's so they can see like the ground. Like maybe they have better depth perception than all of us because they climb up those fucking mountains.
No, those are the ibexes, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Chris D'Elia, the ibex episode, best episode ever. Ibex, what are you doing on the wall? They're really ridiculous animals, bro.
Yeah, they just hang out there. They're just like,
how did you even get up there, and how will you get down? You're like,
and then an eagle comes in and it fucking swoops them up.
The babies.
It's like, where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? And then you know what they do? Because eagles don't want to kill it,
right?
You know what they do?
What?
Well, they don't want to have to kill it. You know, they don't want to put the effort into killing it.
Right?
They
just
want to eat.
They just want it dead.
So they make fast food. You know what fast food is to an eagle? They just drop that bitch. They fly like 200 feet up in the air.
That'd be sick to watch, yeah.
And then it's like, and then there's
like a bomb.
And then they do a big circle, and then there's like, you're dead, motherfucker. And you got broken open because you fell from 200 feet. Right. You're gonna be splattered. They're like, oh, I got the organs.
That's the bald eagle, right there.
Eagle, motherfucker.
Don't get eaten by one of them if you're an
America.
Ibexes, eagles, goats. Yeah, I think that's. I don't know what else we were gonna talk about. We got a few minutes left. I was gonna talk about something, but we're gonna save a few things.
We need a. Speaking of animals,
we need to get a Patreon up for this month.
We do
because it's the 23rd already.
We need to plan that soon.
Okay, that sounds good.
Also need
the latest we can do it is 7 days before now, a week from now.
Okay.
Which is a weird way to say that, which is before next Monday.
I think we can get that in.
I think definitely. But yeah.
You say next Monday?
Anytime before, yeah. Well, 7 days from today is Tuesday next week, so we have, and that's is there 31 days in July or not? Yeah. Okay, so we have until Tuesday. So, we Gucci.
Life.
Remind me to subscribe to our Patreon so I can give us some money. And if you guys want to support us in the podcast, let us know. Hopefully we'll have some multiple camera angles. I'm thinking maybe I can edit out some of the stuff we've been talking about, like I've been trying to do. I'm really enjoying editing these things, and it's getting quicker. And I think our podcasts are getting better. You guys are still listening. We did have a UK download within the last 48 hours. 2 of them, actually.
Listen, y'all.
So I think hopefully they're catching up. If you're a UK listener, shout us out. Email us. Definitely don't be afraid to contact us and submit a song, submit a comment or whatever. The fact that you guys are even downloading means the world to us.
You can tell us that we suck dick. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. Tell us about your life. Tell us about your mom, all those things.
Tell us about
Send me pictures of your mom.
If you have erectile dysfunction, I want to hear about it.
Kind of into moms.
Me too, bro.
Who isn't, right? We all came out of them.
Who?
I said everyone's into moms because we all came out of them.
Science.
Crickets. We also have to go back to the stand-up soon, bro.
That is true.
We got. I think our back and forth banter here will help us on stage when, even if we bomb, because
I love bombing.
Me too, man. It's such a good feeling to walk out of there being like, man, I fucking suck.
Yeah, isn't it?
There's nothing that can ruin my day more. I'm in a good mood still. I'm happy that I even went up there and bombed. Now I just know I gotta write more jokes and I'll try again. There's nothing. Try again. There's no better feeling than being defeated because you know the only thing you have to do is train up again and try.
Try it out.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what's up. This has been the Joker and the Smoker 27. I think we're running on close to an hour now. You got anything? Any parting words?
I do. I got a song.
I do. Okay, but before you start it, here I got I have a little stage gear for you.
It better be.
You will have to take your hat off.
Oh, what is this?
This is your new mask, bro.
Well, I gotta be able to read. I can't read.
All right. What do you gotta read?
I gotta read the lyrics.
Oh, I thought you knew the lyrics.
No. This is a new song. I just wrote it.
Well, I'll sit here in this then.
All right. Come hang out with us on the podcast if that's what you're into. And if you're into it, maybe I'll get naked too. Just a podcast, me and you. Sub and like, and if you're into it, maybe Isaac will get naked too. Woo! Joker and the Smoker, y'all. It was a great episode. He has a chicken head on. I was very excited about that chicken head. Where'd that come from?
I made it. I just keep it on my lampshade. It's my additional lampshade to block light.
That's awesome.